So we're once again at Dollywood. Today is the official opening day of the season. So are you ready? I am too, so let's go. It's really pretty with the wisteria. I like that. So it's the line for Celebrity Theater right now because Dolly's supposed to be in there at 11. Which if I had tickets, I'd be over there too.
14:30.
That's crazy. Oh, those are cute. Cinnamon bread has been acquired.
Well, that is so good to hear. Welcome to the Wings of America Bird Show. My name is Grace.
I'm Tal.
And we are both avian care specialists with the American Eagle Foundation. Now, we're a nonprofit organization that houses over 80 non-releasable birds of prey, including Eagle Mountain Sanctuary right over here, which just so happens to be the largest collection of non-releasable bald eagles. Over there, checking out our super awesome eagles over there. But during the show today, you're going to hear us say non-releasable
During the day and below freezing at night. It may not seem like any animals should survive out here, but as it turns out, the desert is full of reptiles, mammals, and yes, birds. Birds here have to be able to withstand the harsh environment with ways to stay cool or warm. They must be able to blend into the sand and rocks, find holes to burrow in, or cactuses to perch on, or even team up to find food. And I think one of them is around here somewhere.
All right, before I bring our first guest out, I'm going to need a volunteer to help me. So, fastest animal in the world. Now, how do they get that fast? Well, if Lady here spreads her wings and shows you, maybe you'll see it in this video behind us, their wings aren't built like the rest of these birds of prey we're going to show you. The rest of these birds of prey have big, broad, flat wings made for soaring and efficiency, but their wings are built for speed. They're very pointed, very angular. It's about a good 90-degree bend right on top, made for cutting through that air. It's the same with their tail feathers back here. They're a little extra long and sleek and slender, made for cutting and maneuvering when they're going at those high speeds. Now, underneath each eye, also something that helps them go pretty fast. If you guys have ever seen an athlete, like a baseball player, football player, put that black eye paint underneath their eye, that's just something they stole.
The tall grass. The plains are a great place for birds to find small mammals like rabbits and shrews. Birds hours upon hours using air currents. Some birds even rely on their keen sense of smell. Who knows? If you spot a group of raptors circling a large area, there may be something freshly dead you might find. There's all kinds of high flyers out here, and I think one of them might be soaring nearby.
All right, folks, we have hit the point of the show where I'm just going to reiterate one more time. Please remain seated at this point. But before this next bird comes out here, I have a question for you folks. What are your guys' opinions on vultures? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways? All right, looks pretty positive, but let me see those thumbs down again. All right, there are 2 exits right here, so feel free to use those. No, I'm just kidding. But hopefully we can change your opinion, because if you ask almost any birder what their favorite bird is, it's most likely going to be a vulture. Here in eastern Tennessee, we have 2 species. We have the much larger turkey vulture, who is known for that iconic bright red head and some matching feet. But we also have a smaller species of vulture, which is the black vulture. They have a black head, as well as these beautiful little feet. This here is Mr. Bedlam. Now, Bedlam is a black vulture, and some ways to distinguish black vultures from the turkey vulture as well is turkey vultures have some of the best sense of smell in the animal kingdom, while the black vulture here has no sense of smell. So what they will actually do out there in the wild is stalk those turkey vultures for their food, and then they'll use their large numbers to basically bully them off of it. Now, with black vultures as well, you're going to pay attention to what you can hear coming from Mr. Bedlam. Whenever he flies over your head right here, I bet you can hear every flap of his wings. What do vultures eat out in the wild, folks? Dead things, or carrion as we call it. So if Bedlam were out in the wild, he would have absolutely no reason to need to fly silently. So he's a pretty loud flyer. And you're also going to hear some absolutely adorable little grunts and hisses coming from him. And that is because vultures actually have no voice box. So the sounds you're hearing from him is quite literally just the air being pushed back out through his beak. Now, vultures unfortunately get a pretty bad reputation. A lot of people think that they are stinky and smelly. Some people even think that they're ugly, which, look at Bedlam, how can you even think that? And it's because they have this bald head. But that actually helps them out there in the wild, since they're getting rid of all of that nasty stuff for us. If they had head feathers, they would get all gunky and yucky, and would most likely lead to the spread of disease for them. So by having that bald head, it helps make sure that they actually stay clean. But vultures help us out so much. Their stomach acid is so...
In this place, everywhere you look, you'll see some kind of wildlife. You'll spot raccoons in the trees, bears and deer walking through the dense brush. You can even find salamanders and snakes along the trails. The trees around here almost never end. Seem like the perfect place for some birds to go unseen. Raptors around here build nests high in the canopies, or even find a hole in a tree. You'll probably walk right by a bird and never know it due to their ability to camouflage into the colors of the forest. It might seem like finding birds around here would be impossible, but I'm sure one of them is hiding in plain sight around here somewhere.
All right, guys, who wants to see a big, scary bird? All right, that's too bad, you guys. Everybody, meet Buster, one of our eastern screech owls. Now, just at first glance, who thinks Buster here is a baby owl? Raise your hand. All right, some of us. Who thinks he's an adult owl? All right. For those of you who didn't raise your hands, who doesn't care and thinks he's absolutely owl-adorable? Should be all of us. Well, Buster here is actually a full-grown adult eastern screech owl. He's even a little big for his species because he's been in human care for so long. Now, that name, eastern screech owl, eastern because you can find him anywhere from here on the East Coast out to the Rocky Mountains. Screech, though, is a little misleading because they don't really make a screech sound. Instead, it's kind of this small hoarse whinnying call. It sounds like this. here. I want you guys to notice some things about it.
A bird as bold and resilient as the nation it represents. One that has soared above every landscape we've crossed, watching over rivers, mountains, and cities alike, and following us here all along the way. We've journeyed across an entire country, and now, at the heart of it all, it's time to meet the bird that stands as a symbol of everything we've seen and everything we believe in. Get ready to meet the one that started it all, America's national bird, the bald eagle.
All right, folks, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Challenger, the bald eagle. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and address the elephant in the room so Challenger doesn't get mad at me later. Challenger is not bald. He has these incredibly beautiful white feathers on his head, and that is because the term bald actually comes from the Old English term bald, meaning white or white-headed. So from a directed translation, he would be a white-headed eagle, which I think he fits that pretty perfectly. But bald eagles actually don't have this white head or white tail until they're about 5 years old. It is a sign of maturity for them. So juveniles are solid brown from head to toe. So a lot of times, thank you so much for the dramatic flair, Challenger. I really appreciate it. And now he's going to show off a little bit. But they are solid brown from head to toe. So juveniles are often mistaken for other birds, especially golden eagles, even though golden eagles are just a little bit bigger. But whenever they mature, they get this white head and that white tail and become the iconic bald eagle that you all know and love. Now Challenger here, he is 37 years old. He was born in 1989 down in Louisiana, and unfortunately a big storm came and blew his nest out of the tree whenever he was still just a wee little guy. But thankfully some nice people found Challenger and decided to help rehabilitate him. And Challenger was actually re-released back into the wild at one point. But unfortunately, shortly after, he was found emaciated in heavily populated areas, begging humans for scraps. So it was determined that Challenger had become a human imprint, which means that he no longer sees himself as a 37-year-old bald eagle, he sees himself as a 37-year-old young man. Now Challenger here is incredibly important, not only to our foundation, but also to conservation of the bald eagle. Challenger here, we are actually celebrating at the American Eagle Foundation 30 years of flight. 30 years ago, Challenger was the first ever bald eagle trained to free fly in a stadium. And he flew until 2019 whenever he retired. He retired due to cataracts, which is a typical thing that happens as birds age. They get cataracts, arthritis, similar to us as we age. But what is not typical is in 2024, Challenger actually had a successful cataract surgery. And we are so thankful to the vets down at UT who have said that Challenger has 100% of his vision back, folks. Now he is no longer participating in those big free flights anymore. He is retired, but he does spend his time coming out here, still dedicating his life to teaching the public about conservation of the bald eagle. Because similar to the peregrine falcon that we were talking about earlier, the bald eagle was critically endangered in the mid-1900s. They were on the endangered species list for a long time, and this was all due to that same chemical, DDT. But where the peregrine falcon was able to recuperate and come back very quickly, the bald eagle was not. So foundations like ourselves and others all across the country started what is called captive breeding programs, which is where we took non-releasable adult bald eagles, bred them, gave those chicks just a little bit of love, and sent them back out there into the wild to help increase that population. But I'm so happy to say that in 2007, the bald eagle did come off of the endangered species list. And can you guess which one of us up here on stage was invited to the White House to be there for the signing of the delistment of the bald eagle? I'm so surprised that y'all aren't just shouting my name right now. But no, it was obviously Challenger. And so that is what I mean by he has been incredibly important for his species. He is what is known as an avian ambassador. So he has dedicated his life traveling around the country to spread word about conservation. Now, even though the bald eagle's population numbers are considered of least concern, we are still seeing bald eagles end up in human care due to non-releasable injuries. Now, as much as Tal and I love our jobs, the goal is to have all of these beautiful creatures out there enjoying nature where they are supposed to be. But some human-related instances still cause these birds to end up in human care. Now, one of the biggest things that we are seeing right now with all birds of prey species is lead poisoning. A piece of lead the size of a grain of rice can kill a fully grown adult bald eagle. So we ask if you're a hunter or a fisherman or anything like that, making that swap away from lead-based products would really help these birds out. And speaking to that same group, we are still seeing bald eagles come in, getting caught in fishing line, ingesting fish that have lead weight still attached to them. So just making sure that you really clean up after yourselves whenever you enter those environments would be a huge help for these birds. They are water birds. About 85% of their diet in the wild does consist of fish. They love to make their nests right off the sides of rivers. So participating in things like river walks or river cleanups would also greatly benefit populations of the bald eagle, making sure that they still have nice and clean homes to build their nests and raise their little ones. Now, Challenger here is going to be our last bird of the show today, but don't go anywhere just yet. Tal's going to come back out here, tell you some more about our foundation, and he may even have a little prize for you guys here at the end of the show.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you guys for coming out to our first official.
So today we're breaking tradition. We usually do not come to this side of park until September. But since they did away with the festival booths, now we have to come over here to get some of the food we want.
Section 7 to 10 years.
Yeah, so we'll.
So do you still live in Mississippi? Joy probably went to the show. She goes to bed.
We both work out today. That's the only reason I won't play it.
Dolly was talking about, get your part and stuff. Yeah.
Now we're all lined up out here waiting on the parade. I get to have my fan and pom-pom moments.
113.
So exciting.
You got plenty of time.
So nice. Officially got the teapot for the parade route.
Y'all ready?
I love that one right there. It says I skipped my 925 for this. And then that one is Live Love Dolly. Parade has started, so she should be here any second, hopefully.
There she is. think that's, yeah, I think she's up there.
Yeah,
Yep,
there she goes. There she goes.
I got good video.
Did I get done?
Hello, everybody! How many of you have ever dreamed about singing with Dolly Parton? Well, we got the next best thing, a sing-along with some of Dolly's greatest hits, right here, right now, at the place that is her namesake, Dollywood! And what better place to do it, right? And now, here she is, Dolly herself!
Well, hello, everybody. Dolly has written well over 3,000 songs, but today we're only going to sing half that many. No, I'm just kidding.
These are songs we all know and love. We're here to have fun, so follow the bouncing butterfly and sing out. Sing out loud. All right, let's get our arms involved. Where's 9 o'clock?
Where's 5 o'clock?
9 to 5. 9 to 5. 9 to 5. Let's hear it.
What a way to make a living. There you go. Getting by. It's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind. And they never give you credit. Enough to drive you crazy. 9 to 5. For service and devotion. You would think that I didn't deserve a clever promotion. Want to move ahead, but the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometimes that ends out to get me. 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Getting by, it's all taken and no giving.
Things out. I like it.
It's your mind, they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5.
Here I come. I'm here at Dollywood. What do you think, Francis Grant?
Well, I think it is always the party, Tony, but what do we need?
Party favors.
Well, I got
What do you got? What do you got? Whoa.
Yeah.
A rare free souvenir today, folks. Here we go. Hey.
Let's go try to be. Two doors down, they're laughing and drinking and having a party. Two doors down, they're gonna
You want what?
Here I am, crying out hard and feeling sorry.
There we go. In the party.
Just 2 doors down. 2 doors down, they're laughing and drinking and having a party. 2 doors down, they're gonna go where it on around.
go.
Islands in the street.
Here we go. That is what this is your moment. No,
No one in between. How can we be wrong?
everybody say. Guys, to another world. Finish strong.
Rely on each other.
From one lover to another. Very good. Very good. Okay, I need a Kenny Rogers, sir. Can I get one line? Ready? Here we go. Sail away. That was very good. We got Ooh, I love that. We got some vibrato going on there. Okay.
Islands in the stream. That is what we are. No one in between.
We're gonna let you go.
We belong.
Everybody.
Sail away with me to another world, and we rely on each other.
You get the last line, Johnny. There we go. And we're back. All right. Very good, everybody. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Jolene, Jolene, I'm begging of you, please don't take my hand.
She's ready. She's been ready. I love it. Here we go.
Jolene, 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 please don't take it just because you can.
Here we go.
Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair and ivory skin and eyes of emerald green.
Oh, I think we've got a singer right here.
Your smile is like a breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain. And I cannot compete with you. Jolene,
Oh, she's got to stay on the line. Just got to let her go again.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my hand. Jolene, Jolene, please don't take it just because you can.
Here he said, we got it.
Jolene, 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 please don't take my Jolene, 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 please don't take it even though you can.
All right, everybody, big finish. Here we go. Here we go. Woo, mic drop.
I hope life treats you kind, and I hope that you have all that you ever dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness. But above all this, I wish you love, and I will always love you.
Nice.
Always love
Oh, y'all sounded terrific. And just remember that I will always love you. Now you make sure you come back and sing with us again soon. Bye-bye now. Have a great day in Dollywood.
the strawberry crunch funnel cake that looks absolutely delightful. It's still with our most expensive cups we'll ever own. Up our day at Dollywood for opening day 2026, the official opening day. So how'd you enjoy it?
It was good.
Let me tell you, there's a lot of people there. It was totally different than what yesterday was. Yesterday there was limited people. Yeah. Today it was just like, whoa. But I know everybody wants to see Dolly. She's a living legend, so of course you want to see her. That's why I go on opening day. But I know Mom kept making the reference. It's like walking through Buc-ee's. Everybody's in your way.
It's just like they zombies.
Yeah. And
if you ever been to Buc-ee's, you understand what I'm saying. They come in there with a blank look on their face, and they got one thing on their mind: get what they can.
They want to see the beaver in a Dollywood. They want to see Dolly.
Yeah.
But the only complaint I had, I think I waited 2 hours to get food. Because I think I waited an hour just to order the food, and then it was another hour waiting to pick the food up. I have never, ever had to wait that long before. And what it was, I'm gonna say this, they've got too much going on at one festival booth. You don't need to have, like, I think it's 8 different things on that tasting pass is available at that market square. They just can't keep up. It's just too much, because you got all this random stuff coming. So they used to only make like 3 things there, but now they got the rope sausage, they got the chicken sandwich, they got sausage and cabbage. I don't recommend that. We didn't like that. They got corned beef hash or something like that. They got corn chowder. They got.
We didn't try that, but yesterday I was cold.
Yeah.
And I could have tried that.
They got a frozen drink, and I'm gonna tell you, after standing there for 2 hours, I wouldn't mind a frozen drink myself. Wonder if it was as good as what that watermelon was we had during the summertime.
Oh no,
that thing was so good. But I was not about to go stand in line for another hour waiting for one drink. So that's my only thing. I know that they took away the festival booths that they had in order to make space so people could see like celebrity theater and stuff like that, and to have more seating. But Jesus, nobody don't want to wait 2 hours to get your food either. And
they should have more people working.
Yeah. And,
that shouldn't have taken that long.
I'm a very understanding person whenever it comes to public stuff, though, because I work in the public, so therefore I know to keep my cool. But 2 hours was a bit long, and people behind me, they were getting their food and stuff, so I was just doing what everybody else was that was ahead of me. They were just going up there and be like, is my food coming? You know, because all these people behind me, they're getting their food now. So, and I think they were running out of food too, because I had ordered the beef pot roast with the mashed potatoes, and the only reason I had ordered that is because the mashed potatoes they have during the Christmas season, they're really good. So I was like, well, I'll give something else to show on video of how it tasted and stuff. But they sold out of that. They sold out of something else too. I think I heard them say that the cabbage they had was the last cabbage they had for today. So whenever they asked me what I wanted, since they didn't have the pot roast anymore, I said I'll take the chicken sandwich because I knew that was good. And we got that. Then we went and got the funnel cake, because Mom had a table, and
I shared it with 3 people.
the funnel cake line was moving fairly quickly, so I went and got that, and then I couldn't eat it all because she ate as much as she could, and
But they asked
I'm like,
me, they
can't
asked
finish
me,
it.
the first one asked me because she sat there. I said, come on, sit down. My daughter is waiting in line for food.
Didn't know it was gonna be that long of an affair, did you?
No, come, we talked.
And we walked all the way across the park because now, like where they always had the potatoes right there beside the market square, now they're all the way over there in Wilderness Pass. We walk all the way across the park
And they don't
to get the
care.
potato. They had already sold out of potatoes. They had to wait an hour for potatoes to come back again. So I told Mom, I said, I'm not walking all the way back across here again. And I'm kind of glad we went ahead and walked whenever we did. From there, we did sit down and eat some of the cinnamon bread. But that way we were able to get a really good spot for the Dolly parade.
Yeah.
And she was so beautiful today. Oh, she was in pink, just glorious. And I took some footage with Mom's cell phone, and it took really good on her phone. But whenever I sent it to me through Facebook Messenger, it didn't look that good. But it looks really good on your phone.
Yeah.
But
I enjoyed it.
I don't know why it didn't. But anyway, I already sent that out into the world on TikTok and Facebook Shorts. So you've probably already seen that if you were interested. And after that, we talked with some people. Met some very nice people that I was standing beside. They were from Tennessee, and they're season pass holders. And then Mom was talking to some people because she was sitting down further away from me from West Virginia. So they asked me where I was coming back to West Virginia. I need to go back to West Virginia. That was a really good state.
And they said that they need something to promote their parks.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Lord have mercy. If I had the time, I'd pack my bags and go. Might have to do that as an alternate vacation this year. Yeah. That might be a good September vacation again.
I'll go to.
I don't know.
Before it snows again.
Yeah, I ain't about that snow life. But I think the day was overall good.
I'm tired.
I felt like I was at work since I stood on my feet the whole time. And Mom was over there sitting down. And we went back to the Sing Along with Dolly show. And I think that was the only show we saw today. Because other than that, we were
that because they
standing in line
had
everywhere.
people doing sign
Yeah,
language.
yeah, that was cool today.
I mean, Rock You Baby.
Mm-hmm.
There was Rocky Baby and the sea wave. The sea waves and anyway, I never seen that. How they done that, Rocky Baby.
Yeah, apparently those two people must be hired by Dollywood, because whenever we were at one of the shows last year in a celebrity theater, they were over there signing another show that we were watching. I don't know, was it Christmas in the Smokies?
I think so.
Might have been.
But that woman, she was good.
Yeah. Well, they both get into it.
Yeah.
So,
but
I
the
thoroughly enjoyed
woman got in more than what the man did.
Mm-hmm. And we didn't see any of the shows that was here just for the festival. We ran out of time.
That's okay. My body said it's time to go.
Yeah. So anyway, there's plenty of Tennessee bloggers that will cover that on their channels and stuff. Oh yeah, and oh my God, we got to see a lot of the bloggers today. Saw Will and Dawn. They came over and talked because they used to have meets and greets and stuff. So we also saw Tampa J. Passed by him. Mom didn't see him, but we love to watch him. He does
I like to watch him.
He does a lot of like what I do.
We do.
Yeah. Like the outdoors and historical things and stuff. So I thoroughly enjoyed him. Been watching him for years. And then we saw Adventures That Rock and past Johnny Amusement, Bad Adventures, I think Theme Park Vision. I think that's her name. Who else? There was a lot.
The one that
we saw them all in action.
The ones from North Carolina. They was there.
Yeah, that's Adventures That Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know nobody has a clue who I am because I don't introduce myself or anything. I don't be like, oh my God, I got a YouTube channel, you know. So Mom's the one that does that. Mom's the one that promotes the channel. I just I just stand there. And, but anyway, all of them are like in their element. And I got my little cell phone up. But, anyway, it was a good day. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And of course, there was a lot of people walking around. I don't know who they are. So, if I don't watch you, I don't know who you are. But I pretty much know the ones that covered Dollywood and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm pretty sure you're tired of me rambling if you're even watching the video anymore at this point. So anyway, we hope that you enjoyed it.
And subscribe if you haven't.
Yes, please
I
do.
appreciate it.
And we shall see you somewhere else. So toodaloo.
Bye.
Bye. And you got to excuse that laundry basket because it's just sitting there. But we're in the hotel room, so bye.